It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. A nice little gift there to start the ball game as they will begin things at the 40-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Burrow will throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. 1st and goal from the 6. They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Another try for Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And You see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Darnold from the gun. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Nick Chubb.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold, the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Jamie Gillen.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Burrow took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Browns nothing.
Second down at 4. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
A gain of
A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. Open man, it's Preston Williams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. And it's 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Going deep downfield for Roll. And that's caught inside the 30.
Camera, action, showtime, baby.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Chubb. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Complete to
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
gain of 14.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Chubb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the carry, it's Chubb pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Darnold now to throw. And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown.
The kicker on.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Darnold. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now Burrow on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From midfield now, Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Bengals 28, Browns nothing. Pat O'Donnell is set to kick off.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone.
The Browns.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
O'Donnell set to kick off.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Fielded just inside the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bengals will take over in terrific